Hi, this is my first podcast, and my name is Kristen DeSantis. I'm from Green Mountain College, and I wanted to do one on something educational. So, in one of my classes, we've been reading Half the Sky, and it's turning oppression into opportunities for women worldwide. And throughout it, it talks about the education of women, where in most countries it's seen as a luxury to educate women. Most girls don't even graduate elementary school, and that's crazy to me. It's known that educating girls and having girls in the workforce will better the economy, and women are seen as a commodity. They're not appreciated for anything. And here it talks about the ways to keep girls in schools, because parents would rather send boys to school because they'll make money, and girls, can work and they're not seen as useful. And here it's one of the ways that actually works, which is it's a way you wouldn't want to use. You wouldn't want to have to bribe people to send their daughters to school, but it works. If you tell them, if your daughter's in this much school, you'll get this much food a week, or this much money, they stay in school. Or give them money for stuff and a uniform. If they have clothes to wear, they'll come, because that's the biggest thing. They don't have nice clothes to wear. Or it's education of women is important worldwide. And I think it's a really important issue that before I read this book I knew a little bit, but not as much as I found out in this book. It's horrifying what happens to women worldwide and how much nobody's aware in the general public. It's scary, it's uncomfortable to talk about, so people don't talk about it, but you still have to talk about those things. You still have to talk about that women are being mistreated, that they're seen as objects, and that education is important. Education seems to be the answer for a lot of things, but the thing is how to educate them, how to be respectful of their culture at the same time as trying to be logical. Their culture doesn't appreciate women, but we can't come in and say, you're wrong, that's not right, because that will get us nowhere. We can't push our values on other people. But I think there needs to be a way to get it. But Half the Sky by Nicholas Kristof. He's a writer from the New York Times, and his wife, Sherry Woldon, I think that's how you say her name. But it's an amazing book, and I think everybody should read it. It has made me cry, made me sad, but also gave great hope in these people who are doing so much. And we don't need to come in and take control of the situation, but we need to support the people who are trying to change it, because it's their culture. We need to respect them, but also there needs to be basic human rights for every person. That people shouldn't be abused and brutalized because of their gender. That every single person has value. And I think through education we can teach that, but not just education the girls, but the young boys. Because if they're only listening to what their fathers and their fathers knew, then it won't change. You need to work with who's going to be the next generation in charge. You need to show them. You need to create communication and opportunities for this to happen. That, first of all, their economy can change. Show them the hat. If you let women just work, put women in power, then the economy rises. when women are in charge of their households and they're given the money more goes to the children than unlike most men where it would go to alcohol. That is just, it completely changes the situation when women have rights. And that's very important. Like, I'm a college female, and that is really odd to be even graduating from elementary school. So, but the ways to go about it is very different, and the ways to support it. Because some people don't have the money. They don't have the money to buy the supplies. And they're like, oh, we're not going to buy the supplies, so you can't go to school. Or you're 13, you need to go make money for us. And it's just an awful thing, and we're so lucky. You know, our education system isn't great, but it's there. And we still can get an education. So, read Half the Sky, and y'all understand. All right? Thank you.